Good afternoon, I'm Ben Burgess and these are your 3 o'clock sports news headlines. And it was a great evening for one Southampton striker.
Oh, how about that from Danny Ings?
Danny Ings scored a stunning overhead kick as England romped to a 3-0 victory against Wales at Wembley last night. There was also a first international goal for Everton's Dominic Calvert-Lewin, who was announced as Premier League Player of the Month just hours ago. Ings' goal, however, remained the cream of the crop.
I don't think I was that acrobatic, to be honest, but I think tonight's a great progression for me, to be back in this environment with such a talented group of players. It says a lot about the hard work that's been put in over the years. So to go out there tonight, get my first start, score a goal, I'm extremely happy.
Eastleigh Football Club look to continue their perfect start to the National League season. An opening 5-1 rout at Barnet and a 2-1 comeback victory over Torquay has seen them reach the top of the table. Our reporter Tom Cresswell explored exactly what's happening at the Silver Lake Stadium.
Oh, and what a header that is! Ben House once again with a fabulous diving header. And it's 2-1.
Eastleigh Football Club will hope to continue their 100% win record in the National League when they face newly promoted side Altrincham tomorrow. The Spitfires have so far beaten Barnet and Torquay and sit top of the league going into the third round of matches. Manager Ben Strevens thinks that the away side could cause some issues for his side.
Yeah, look, it'll be another tough game. They got promoted out of a Conference North last year. Any team that comes out of that division, they're always tough teams, well organised, big strong boys, will cause us all sorts of threats.
Striker Ben House, who scored both goals in Tuesday's 2-1 win against Torquay, is a new arrival at the Silver Lake Stadium and already has 3 goals in his first outings in blue.
Yeah, I love it here, it's great, so kick on for the rest of the season really.
Strevens is excited for tomorrow's test and hopes to keep his side on their toes.
We'll concentrate on ourselves, hopefully make sure that if we play well then they may have to change for us. But they're going to be a tough side, they've had 2 promotions in the last 3 years.
There are no injuries in the Eastleigh squad, so Ben Strevens does have a full side to choose from going into tomorrow.
It has emerged that former AFC Bournemouth youth player who was found dead in Winchester last month was due to appear in court the same day. 26-year-old Clive McConey was facing a charge of rape and 2 accounts of sexual assault at Croydon Magistrates Court following an incident in August last year. Havant and Waterlooville are staging their grand opening of a brand new 3G pitch today, which has been laid at Wesley Park. Our reporter Matt Ogley is on the ground.
Afternoon, George. Well, I'm here at Havant and Waterlooville Football Club. The sun is shining, and over the last 8 weeks, this National League South side have spent £400,000 on a brand new state-of-the-art 3G pitch. Councillor Per Burns, the Mayor of Havant, opened the pitch, and this was the moment the ribbon was cut.
And as you can all see, it looks really, really incredible, and I'm really looking forward to seeing the team playing here moving forward. So it really does give me great delight to open Draper Tools Community Stadium here today. There we go.
It certainly was a special moment for everyone involved at the club, and Jack Finney will be back with the full story at 4 o'clock. Matt Ogley, Solent Sports News.
On to rugby now, and the RFU has confirmed they will allow the anthem Swing Low Sweet Chariot to be played at England games. This comes after calls for it to be banned due to its origins in American slavery. A review into the song concluded that an effort to educate fans on its history will take place, an approach Labour councillor Maurice MacLeod agrees with.
It shouldn't be banned. I think that fans could absolutely think about what they're singing and why they're singing it. As you say, most up until now have been completely ignorant to its history.
The first ever Formula 1 Eiffel Grand Prix has got off to a difficult start this morning. Heavy fog has caused first practice session to be cancelled, with the hope that practice 2 can go ahead this afternoon. In the studio with us today is our F1 correspondent Tom Cresswell. What's been going on today then, Tom?
Hi Ben, yeah, there was meant to be a debut this morning for Mick Schumacher, the son of 7-time champion Michael, but that does look in jeopardy with the cancellation of free practice 1, as he almost certainly will not be featuring in practice 2. The race weekend did get off to a bad start yesterday with a positive COVID test for a so far unnamed member of the Mercedes Formula 1 team, just the second case since the sport returned in July. Lewis Hamilton himself has been in the news already as well this week. He's been pretty vocal about the building of a new Formula 1 track in Brazil that will require the destruction of an area of rainforest near Rio de Janeiro.
Thank you for that, Tom. To tennis now, and the men's French Open semi-finals take place this afternoon, with a potential of a mouth-watering final between Rafael Nadal and Novak Djokovic. Nadal and Argentine Diego Schwartzman are now on court in the first set, before world number 1 Djokovic takes on Stefanos Tsitsipas in the second semi-final later today. Finally, to boxing, and YouTube star Jake Paul can fight, according to unbeaten cruiserweight champion Hasim Rahman Jr. The social media star is set to face NBA player Nate Robinson on the undercard of Mike Tyson's return exhibition fight. Pound for pound amateur boxing chairman Steve Barnes shares whether he feels it will be good for the sport.
Okay, yeah, I do. I mean, really, it's more exposure for the sport, and it's definitely something like myself. I think it'd be great if we were showing not just amateur boxing, but even low levels, or like when I say low level, I think beginner, start out level, professional boxing. People can get more awareness of the sport that way.
I can try. Quick, in with me is Ben Heckers. Yep.
Introducing our boxing correspondent George Hopcraft for more on the story.
So yeah, obviously there's been a lot of news lately about YouTube fighters coming into the game. Yeah, of course, you've got to agree with what Steve says. It's going to create loads of exposure for the sport that maybe it once didn't have. And, well, you can say the sport is growing now with the heavyweight division, and including those YouTubers of such social media prowess, you'd say. But yeah, Jake Paul's going to be bringing in millions of new followers and, of course, a new young audience, which you can only think is bright for the future of the sport.
Thanks for that, George. That's all from us now. I'll be back in an hour. Remember, you can keep up to date on our website, solentsjournalism.co.uk, or follow us on Twitter at SolentSportsJ.